Um, I guess we could get it out of the way. It's what everybody's talking about. The fucking Johnny Depp Amber Heard debacle that's happening right now. She's. I guess they're going.
It's been happening for like a year.
Yeah,
well, they're in like a court officially now.
Yeah. So from my understanding, he's the one suing her at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for defamation.
For defamation. Yeah. Sounds about right. And she's pretty much getting owned right now in every aspect. I don't think there's any anybody that's really on her side, which is surprising with a situation like this. There's like nobody really,
except Lionsgate.
Are they on her side?
Well, she's in Aquaman too.
Yeah, is surprisingly enough, she hasn't lost any of her film shit to the best of my knowledge. I mean, I don't know if that's actually true.
But she didn't.
She's in a lot of big movies still.
Right.
Johnny Depp lost all of his stuff.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, that's I guess I forgot to make the comparison, but that's what I was leaning towards was that.
But I do think they probably offered his shit back from some of them, because I think even I saw one line where he said there will never be another Pirates of the Caribbean with him in it again. Because I guess that was his way of saying fuck you to Disney, because they kind of like they dropped him before anything even.
Well, here's the thing: is that it's not like Pirates of the Caribbean was doing great when they dropped him. Like,
well, yeah, I mean,
they did the trilogy that they like probably should have done and then called it afterwards. But like,
yeah,
then they made 3 more with him as like the main guy.
I think it was only 1 more.
I thought they did more than 1
because 3 was terrible. 3 was already like
I didn't see 3. I saw 1 and 2.
3 was bad. 3 was bad. 3 was like the Dark Knight Rises of the trilogy.
I only saw the first one,
where you're like, oh, the first 2, these are amazing movies. How could they fuck this up? And then
I think the Dark Knight Rises gets some shit that it doesn't deserve. It's not as good as the other 2, but it's not as bad as like. It's kind of like, because it was 2 and not 1, we give it a lot of shit. But like, think of like The Matrix was brilliant and its sequels were trash, minus the most recent one, which was good, not brilliant, but it was a fun movie to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And so like, because it was like the second one was so fucking good.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the only reason that we thought like. The third one's gonna be fucking amazing, guys. It's gonna be fun. It's the finale. It's gonna be brilliant.
There's
everyone
5
knew
of
the
them.
main storyline, and it was fine. It's just not like.
I mean, I get the argument, but
yeah,
I get the argument, but it wasn't as good as the first one. And there's
5 of them, and they made $4.5 billion. Also, the ride at Disney is fucking sick.
Did you go on the? Oh,
no, they were closed. It was closed, but.
Well, after we talk about Johnny Depp, we can talk about what Jess has been doing and fucking.
No, we don't have to. I'm just saying
Disneyland. I mean, I do want to know. I should have asked in the beginning. But yeah,
I'm talking about my phone.
Huh?
What did you say? Time we spent all that time talking about my phone.
We blew it. It's too late. Team iPhone.
Well, are you even really? I hear you complain about your phone fucking day.
Honestly, you know what it is? I don't give a shit about it. I actually do prefer it because I'm dumb, and this phone is for dumb people. You know what I mean? And no offense to people who have iPhones, but
yeah, to be clear, once again, Eric has an iPhone.
I have an iPhone, but I like it because it's so dumbed down for every human being that has it. A 97-year-old woman could figure this phone out because that's how, that's just how it is. You get a Samsung and you got to be a fucking a genius to understand how to properly use it. And that's why I hated it, because there's nothing about me that is genius. And that's my rant on that. Anyway, Amber Heard, she is a terrible person from what we can see. TikToks, Instagram Reels. I mean, I know it's really not a great way to
judge someone,
judge somebody, but it doesn't look good.
I had someone tell I was talking to a friend here, and she was like, I'm not defending Amber Heard in any way, but also I don't think people have been talking about the fact that like the early stages of, and this is something I didn't know, but they would talk about like the early stages of her career were like founded like as a model via via Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. And it's like, if you like, so it's like she's probably been through some fucked up shit too.
Right.
So like, they highlighted a lot, like not to excuse her behavior, but like,
but it is something that she went through prior to.
Yeah, there's not like any real details on all that, but it's like, it's with all we know about the two of them, it's wild. No, I haven't heard that at all, essentially. Like,
I mean, I didn't know there was any connection between her and Epstein situation.
I just looked it up, and it kind of looks like it's not really confirmed, like a rumor. It looks like.
Well, I mean, I don't know,
but so I mean, from what I have seen, they've shown videos and like text of Johnny Depp being like super raunchy or a lot of expletives, but every time they read it or say it out loud, people are like smirking and laughing because it's like, this is silly. Like these are either angry texts or, you know, crazy sexting of sorts. Like it looks bad, but it doesn't look bad, and it just looks like a weird relationship. You know, it makes him look odd, but not odd. Just like, I don't know what the word is, but it's a private. These are private things that are said.
He's eccentric. Yeah.
And they just, other than that, it doesn't represent him as a physical person, which is what I guess she said to begin with, but it ended up being her being the one that was physical, from what I understand.
I mean, I think in all likelihood, they were both just terrible people to each other at a certain point in time.
Right.
Like, I mean, maybe she did. It's not impossible, but I don't think that it's likely that
I listened to those calls when they came out a while ago. It does seem incriminating, but
as her,
yeah, I listened to them, and like she admits to hitting him and she gaslights on the phone, but she also has a domestic violence like history with her ex-girlfriend.
Okay, there you go. I mean, there's that, and I think like people have found Johnny with like black eyes, and
she chopped his finger off. Not that she chopped his finger off. I know way too much about this against my will.
She almost chopped his finger off, and
she threw a wine bottle and then at him, and it broke, and it chopped his finger off.
Right. Yeah. There's also a video of him like, what'd you say, Jake?
So I did not know that.
Yeah, there's also a video of him like going ape shit, but he's just like breaking shit. Like he's not. I mean, obviously, like it's not okay, whatever.
No, that's toxic as fuck. I think it was just a toxic ass relationship.
That's kind of what I was leaning into. I don't think it was like one-sided, because I don't think like a lot of people would just inherently make up all the things. You might exaggerate things in your pieces,
right.
But
I mean,
like purely fictionalize all of that when there was so much provable against you, I guess is.
Yeah, I think he was toxic and she was abusive, because toxic and abusive are two very different things. Yeah. I think that's what it was.
I think you're right about that one. Yeah.
A lot of the argument is he's going crazy because she's pushing his buttons. And I'm not saying that's okay, but that's one of the arguments. Like, well, he's only fucking going ape shit and throwing shit, not at her, but like, I mean, from the video that I saw, I don't know what else I've seen, what else is out there, but it's just like him, like they're arguing and she's like egging him on, and she's got the phone out and recording like it. I mean, I'm not saying, I don't know. I just, it's like shit like that where it's like he's not doing anything, and then she takes the phone out and starts recording and then starts saying things, and then he starts going ape shit. It's almost like she knows what to say to get him to go crazy and then incriminate him. I mean, not saying that that's, you know, I mean,
manipulative.
Yeah.
It comes off as like, okay, I'm gonna, even if he's done it in the past, why put him in a position where you want to do that to him again?
Well,
just
yeah,
to put it on camera.
but that's why I'm saying he's probably toxic and she's abusive, because like he's cokehead and all that kind of stuff too. So like, you know, being around that is rough.
Right.